Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's August 17th and we're out here in the high tunnel greenhouse. Now, as you know, this hadn't been up very long, but you can see our new tomato plants. Some of these are getting up about 3 feet tall, and of course they got a way to go to the top. Now the cucumbers that were put in here right after we finished, they're just now starting to produce. I trimmed the bottoms of them, but as you can see, we've got this one here probably be picked tomorrow, along with there's another one down off on the bottom down there. But as you can see now, the rafters here are where their tide is 10 foot tall, so you can see that they've already made it there. Most of them have. And I stopped pruning them. I pruned off the bottom, and I might prune off a few of these runners that comes off here, but most of them I've been bringing them up and fastening them where they can go ahead and climb up. Now if you want, depending on what kind of production you want, if you want them to come on quick, your small ones like these would have already been harvested off if I had clipped all the runners and kept them going that way. But I elected to go ahead and I don't have something to lay these down or just start walking them sideways or something. I figured I'd just let the runners go and keep them kind of halfway maintained. These tomatoes here, these are celebrities. Some of them just starting to bloom. Over here on this row, we have some Amish paste. The first 10 of these are Amish paste, and they're just getting ready to start flowering. And then these next ones that are down here after these 10, the next 20 here, and they're getting ready to flower too, or red pear. And then of course we got cherries down here further. We've got a big variety of cherries, and a lot of them starting to flower. Our black cherry that we left in here, these ones are still doing good, and they're making a lot of tomatoes. So we just left them. Now we're going to take out these tomatoes back here. They're pretty much done. And we have some cilantro just starting out right here. And we've got our greens, so we can have a few to eat right in here. We got some mustard, and then we have turnips, and then down past them at the end there's a couple varieties of carrots. Back over here we have a French bean. This is from Italy, and it looks like it's kind of getting dry here. I don't know what the deal is, but on a couple of them, I can see it's got eaten by something. So I've got to see, it's either that or it's broke off, one of the two. So I'm gonna have to, no, I say that was eaten by a worm. Wherever he is, he's around here and he's chewed up everything, so I better find him. That's why it's good to check all the time. Now we have a couple of Craig's Grande peppers here, and then a little bitty cherry pepper. And there are potatoes. We have a couple that's popped up, but they haven't quite popped up yet, so I don't know how good this is going to do. I'm thinking about putting a row of squash in here, and then if they come up, well, they'll just have to fight. One will have to fight the other one. We've got another batch of green beans started. These are Kentucky Wonders. The last one's the leaf miners just devastated, so we didn't get anything off of that. Our cucumbers here are looking mighty rough, but they're still producing, so we'll just let them go. Now we've been fighting grass in a lot of these areas, and so we decided we're going to do some ground covers in these walkways. So we've started putting that down, which it doesn't look as natural to me, but it does cut down on some of the work, which we definitely need to have a little bit more time to take care of other things. In here we just broadcast on this end up here or some giant Japanese red leaf mustard, and then down there are purple top turnips, but we'll just be growing them for greens. I believe it was purple top. That might be 7 top. Now these are our Diva pickling cucumbers, and these are kind of like all the other cucumbers. They just haven't lasted this year. They got real productive, started doing good. They've had different things attack them. We've tried to treat for it, and it hadn't done much good. We're fixing to replant. This was where the other Kentucky Wonder beans were. We're going to plant some more Blue Lake green beans in here and see if they do better. We're going to kind of do a comparison to those. Those are a little ahead. And we'll probably come back in here and plant another row of turnip greens. Our okra is doing great. It's definitely going. We do have some root knot nematodes coming in here, and we've had to pull up a few of the plants, and they're working their way down. We're going to have to figure some way to treat for them. Now, what we've done is, because these were wanting to lean out, they're starting to get so heavy, and plus, like I say, I think the root knot nematodes are damaging a lot of the roots, but we came in here and we did a Florida weave on the bigger ones to keep them from falling over, kind of keep them in place. Everything is getting like this area here. It's just getting super grassed up now. Now there's a row here. This was where our watermelons were in our first zucchinis, which they're pretty much gone. But we're working our way down to clean this out. Now I planted a few habaneros, and I tell you, I got a lot of habaneros. So yeah, it's really going. But we've had some problems with a few plants this year that we haven't had with others. Now I'm just started staking these up. I should have staked them earlier, and I've still got one I need to tie. This pepper here is leaned over, and I got to get in here and do some fertilizing. They're definitely needing some, and they're needing more water than they're getting. So I'll come in here and start hand watering these some. These are right here are banana peppers, and you know, they should be quite a bit bigger, but you can see they're short. They're not doing good at all. They're starting to ripen up ahead of time. But anyway, we've got quite a bit of grass to deal with. We're going to keep after it. We're not going to give up. You know, with the crops, a lot of times you end up fighting, seems like everything, whether it's ants, whether it's all kinds of insects or whatever. These, and I need to get over here and pull a few more in. They're kind of out through the side of the basket. But these were the Abe Lincolns that I had propagated out real early on. But I left them in their cell trays, or their little, not cell trays, but I had them in 4-inch pots, and I left them in there quite a while, so they really didn't get to the size. If they'd have got in the ground, they'd have been better. But they're blooming on, and there should be small tomatoes on these. I haven't looked close to see if they're setting. It has been warm, above 90, but I kind of feel like maybe I might get a few off it. If not, they'll get some size, and then they'll start producing later on. But that is them. This is another batch of zipper creams. We had planned to put some more rows in, but hadn't got to it yet. And they're almost ready to harvest. There was just a few stray purple hulls in there which had ripened up, but most everything there is zippers. Now we do have some more peppers over here. These first ones are serranos. They're pretty close to coming on. And then these here are hatch green chilies. And then further down the road there, we have some more Craig's Grandes. And we've had a lot of stuff that isn't common this year, and you can tell on these zucchinis how the leaves are. It's not, this isn't something that normally done. We had treated it. I've been doing what I'm going to call an organic treatment that is seems to be working well. All of them didn't get that, but most of them, they don't have the nice big leaves and everything. They seem to have a curled leaf, and had to watch them for getting attacked by insects. We've got another batch of okra. This okra is it's getting real close to the flowering stage. There's a few little bitty flowers off in there, or the buds getting ready, but they're just not quite there. Well, looks like one of them actually flowered. We got one little okra down here, which that's a good sign. We'll be harvesting soon. Looks like we have another one that bloomed. This here's a Burgundy Okra. It's really flavorful. And I've been having a problem with these big old grasshoppers. I try to catch them in the morning because they aren't so quick. They'll lay there long enough that you can actually grab them. Well, I didn't get that one. But anyway, like you can see, we got grass everywhere. So our work's cut out for us. We've moved our black tarp around. I'd really like to have these areas planted, but it is what it is. There's no use stressing over it. You plant what you can, harvest what you can. But anyway, I hope you like this video. I hope it encourages you to keep pushing forward, even though the grass and stuff decides it wants to take over. And as you can see, there's a few different directions you can go that might help you overcome that. And if you decide you want to go with ground cover, I do have a video on making the landscape staples, so it'll save you a little money. And if you check out the Shade Cloth store, and if I remember, I'll put that down in the comments, shadeclothstore.com. They sell this. It's a good professional grade ground cover, but the price is really good. So it's and they have real good shipping rate. So that might be where you want to check out. I'm not affiliated with them, but they give quick service, ship it out. Now I have had a problem where maybe something doesn't ship as quick, but as soon as I call them, they get on whatever supplier is supposed to ship it direct, and then it goes out that day. So, but anyway, if you want to see more of my videos, just hit that subscribe button. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, and of course share it if you think it'd be helpful for others. Happy gardening.